to November. So, hey, I'm trying to do a lot. I got that 300, my NT 300 finished. I'll be posting those videos kind of coming up next, guys. But it's just like 3 or 4 more videos. So I'm trying to get the vault together up here. I got the air compressor hooked up. It's running. I got the valve set up, everything set up, the air compressor works, and this is my son little area. So I don't know. But anyway, wish he would stack things up a little better. But guys, what I'm doing here is that I want to get my 77. I'm gonna start doing the body work on this on the weekends up here at the vault. So I'm trying to get things straightened out where I can move this car over here. And then I talked to the engine guy, Buick Bob friend or the guy that Buick Bob deal with. He said he couldn't get me into after the first of the year, but every time I call him, he keep putting me off. He told me 2 months, which would be around the end of October, November. He told me then when I called him, I think on the 27th of last month, he said, well, it'll be after the first year. So I don't have time to be constantly be getting put off with what's going on. So I'm going to take it in and get the 350 engine rebuilt, guys. So the engine that's in there, it's out of a 72, and that's got a 75 intake on there. So I think this engine runs, but I think I need to just change the intake on it to a 72 intake because of the, EGR and stuff that's on the 75 don't match up with these heads, on the 72. So I'm going to pull all the front of this off and take him what he needs to get the engine running, like the timing chain cover, the water pump, and the rest of this stuff. I'm not pulling this engine out just yet. I'm going to change the intake over and, put a older carburetor on there and put the old intake on here, and then I'm going to fire this up and see how it runs. It just seemed like it's too much air getting in there, so I'm thinking that either I needed to put plugs some kind of way on this intake or something just ain't right. So I'm going to switch it back to a 72 intake and see how it run. But I'm going to have the original engine that came in this car rebuilt, because what happened with that engine, guys, is that I took it in and had the heads redid to some stage 1 heads, and I took the guy to intake. Well, I was rushing, working on the 64 Binks car, rushing, not paying attention, trying to get this car done that year. And all this car needs is an engine, guys, and the interior is all done in this car. I just need to get the engine in here and get it painted. Well, get, like the front end aligned, stuff like that. I like to do all of that stuff before I paint. So I put that engine, put it in there. It was a remanufactured engine when I got the car from Atlanta. I just took it, painted it up. I wanted the heads and put a little Milder cam in here. And I wasn't paying attention, put the intake back in, but I didn't realize that the guy, when he sandblasted the intake, I didn't have a sandblaster back then. I got one now. He had took the plugs out the bottom. So when I put it back on with that new cam in there, it kind of got metal shavings in the engine. So I never tried to start it after that. I just pulled it apart to see why it wouldn't run, figured out that the plugs wasn't in the bottom of the intake. And that's kind of what I figured. And that's what it was. So I just took that engine, set it off to the side, and really just then I put this engine in, it wouldn't run right. And I realized that I should have went with the 72 intake on here. Um, so I just put this car off to the side. But now I'm ready to get this engine rebuilt, the original block and engine that was in here. The heads are already turned over to stage one heads, which these are not this on here. This is just a 350 GS engine out of a 72 Skylark that I had. So I'm going to get this engine rebuilt, guys. The original one that was in here. I'm going to just have it. I don't think it need much. It already had 30 over pistons, and the heads are done. So I'm taking it to a professional guy. So I still think it's going to cost me quite a bit because this guy I'm taking it to, he's going to start it up and he build race engines. So I know it's going to be a little costly, but I want the showstopper once I get it out, guys. This is, I love my 76 Regal, 77s, 76, 77s. But this is, man, I'm gonna like the way this car is done, T-top car. I just love this car. So I want to get this going by next summer too, guys. I don't know. You can see up under there, you see all the whole up under the bottom is painted white. I mean, I really went through, and this is the way I'm doing the seats, guys, red, white, and blue. But I'm going to go over these because they're going to be a little bit more detailed. But yeah, guys, everything in this car is either painted white, red, or the blue. So I'm going to really come in here and redo this car. But so what I come in here for is show you I put a big old heater in here. And so when I come up here on the weekends, I come up here on a Friday, cut the heat on and cut it off on a Sunday when I'm done for the weekend. But I'm just trying to clean up right here, guys. 455 heads for my 70 Wildcat convertible. Just got to clean up around here, guys. And trying to get this, the vault up here set up where I can get up here and do some work on this 77. And I'm going to try to paint a couple of 2-3 cars this winter, but this is the original engine out of the showstopper. So it's a good engine, guys, and then I already came in here since I had it tore apart and I cleaned up a lot of the oil galleys and make sure the oil flows a little better. But yeah, I'm ready to take this in and get this engine rebuilt. And, setting the vault up here, guys, so I can get ready to do some work up here. And I'm going to leave the middle open. So I'm going to move this car over to the left here. And I'm going to leave this middle open just in case my son, Scotty, myself, Scotty's dad, whoever, Dylan, whoever might need to get a car in here and work on something in the wintertime with that heater, this middle will be open for anybody that needs to come in here, and get some work done over the winter. This middle will be open all winter, guys. So yeah, guys, hey, I appreciate everybody that's tuning in. It's going to be a lot that I'm doing this winter, so I'm hoping everybody stick with me. Right now I'm doing some videos on me pulling the frame for a 70 Wildcat, and I'm going to be redoing that frame, painting it and everything. And I think that 70 Wildcat hardtop, I'm going to switch frames, and I'll be explaining that why in some of those videos, guys. But all right, guys, let me get out of here. It's cold in here. I don't have a heater on. I just stopped up here because I need to pick up a drill that I left up here. And I'll come up here this weekend again, and I got to take my granddaughter out. She's doing good, reading good, so I got to take her out. I'm going to take her to a dinner and a movie and show her how much I appreciate her doing a good job in school. She's 6. Just want to show the kids, you got to show them love, guys. You got to show them love. So I'm going to be doing that Saturday. And a guy up out in Milwaukee, Tony, I offered this welder to a few different guys. and nobody ever really get in touch with me. Tony got in touch with me a couple of times. This old welder, I don't use it, and I'm just getting tired of moving it around. So I'm not trying to sell it. I'm just been trying to give it away, and tried to give it to Dwayne. Dwayne didn't want it, so just tried to give it away. But I'm gonna drop it off at Tony's on my way up to get my granddaughter this weekend. So then maybe Saturday night or Saturday evening when I get in, I might come up here, start doing some stuff, and maybe sometime Sunday, just trying to get all of this stuff situated and get these cars moved around before it starts snowing and get too cold. All right, guys, I'm gonna be working on this one this winter too, guys. So you guys have a good one. Thanks for tuning in.